All right, let's talk about something big. We're diving into a revolution that is right now quietly rebuilding our entire financial system. It's called tokenization, and believe me, it's not just some new tech fad, it's about to fundamentally change the very idea of what it means to own something. I mean, just think about this for a second. What if you could own a tiny little piece of a gold bar or even a skyscraper and trade it instantly right from your phone, as easily as you send a text? Well, that's not some sci-fi future. It's the reality being built as we speak. Okay, so let's get right into it. We are standing on the edge of a completely new financial era. And the engine driving all of this? It's blockchain technology. And look, this isn't just about a new app or a slightly faster way to trade stocks. We're talking about a complete overhaul, replacing the old clunky pipes and gears that have run our markets for centuries. It's a massive, massive shift from these slow, centralized systems to a world that's fast, digital, and open to everyone. So, what's the big idea at the heart of this whole thing? Well, let's break down the one word you're going to be hearing everywhere: tokenization. So, put simply, tokenization is all about creating a digital twin for a real-world asset. You're basically converting the ownership rights of anything, whether it's something physical you can touch or a financial product, into a super secure digital token that lives on a blockchain. Think of it like a digital deed and a certificate of authenticity, all rolled into one. And in practice, the concept is just beautifully simple. You could have one digital token that proves you own 1 gram of gold, which is sitting securely in a vault somewhere, or maybe another token that perfectly tracks the real-time price of a barrel of oil. The absolute key here is that the physical thing and its digital twin are permanently, unbreakably linked. Now, this simple idea, it has absolutely incredible consequences. All of a sudden, you can own a tiny slice of something really valuable. That's what we call fractional ownership. You can trade it anytime you want, day or night, because blockchains, well, they don't sleep. And you can do all this without a long chain of brokers and banks getting in the way, which makes everything way faster and a whole lot cheaper. Okay, so we've covered what it is. But the big question is, why does any of this matter? Let's really dig into the real-world impact by putting the old system side by side with the new one. And honestly, the difference is like night and day. Think about it. Traditional markets, they're stuck on a 9 to 5 schedule. A simple stock trade can take days to fully settle. But blockchain markets, they never close. They're always on. And settlement, it happens almost instantly. We're moving from a slow, closed-off system to one that's lightning fast, totally transparent, and truly global. So let's bring this home. What are the benefits for you? Well, first, accessibility. You don't need $1 million to invest in things like real estate or fine art anymore. Second, liquidity. Assets that used to be a pain to sell, like a piece of a building, can now be traded in an instant. And finally, with way fewer middlemen taking a cut, the fees are just so much lower. And the scope of what we can tokenize here, it's just staggering. This isn't just for a few niche collector's items. We are talking about tokenizing the very building blocks of our entire global economy: energy like oil and gas, precious metals like gold and silver, agricultural goods like wheat and coffee, and even brand new assets like carbon credits. So how does all of this actually work under the hood? Let's take a quick look at the technology, the digital highways where all these tokens live and move around. You see, this is all happening on a handful of really key blockchain networks. You've got Ethereum, which is kind of the original pioneer, the home of what we call DeFi or decentralized finance. That's basically finance without the big banks. But it's not the only game in town. You have networks like Solana, which is built for insane speed, and others like Arbitrum that are laser focused on keeping transaction costs super, super low. And this variety is so important because different kinds of assets need different kinds of digital roads to travel on. And make no mistake, this isn't just for physical stuff like gold anymore. The world of traditional finance is really starting to pay attention. We're already seeing stocks, government bonds, and even entire ETFs being created as tokens directly on the blockchain. The old world and the new world, they're starting to merge. So where is this all headed? Let's peek into the future, because honestly, the projections for this transformation are just mind-blowing. So right now, the hottest trend is something called real-world asset tokens, or RWAs. You can just think of these as safe, stable investments like US government bonds or physical gold, but now they live on the blockchain as tokens. And here is the absolute key takeaway. This isn't just for crypto startups anymore. We're talking about the biggest names in finance. They are all jumping in to build the infrastructure for this new on-chain economy. And when we start talking about the potential size of this market, we're not talking about billions. We are talking about trillions. Even the most conservative estimates are projecting a multi-trillion-dollar market for tokenized assets in the next decade. This could be one of the single biggest financial shifts of our lifetimes. The roadmap from here actually seems pretty clear. First, we're going to see almost every type of asset in the world become tokenized. From there, you'll see legacy institutions like the big stock exchanges start to transition their own technology to run on the blockchain. And finally, you'll see traditional banks start to plug directly into these new decentralized finance systems. Look, if you take just one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Tokenization is not some passing trend. It's not a fad. It is a deep, fundamental, structural change to the very wiring of our financial world. So the entire financial system is being rebuilt from the ground up to be more open, more efficient, and accessible to pretty much everyone. And it's happening right now, piece by piece. The only real question left is, are you ready for it?